You're 8. The fridge hums empty. Mom's asleep on the couch at noon, hand dangling like a broken promise. Your little brother tugs your sleeve. I'm hungry. In that heartbeat, something cracks open behind your ribs. If I don't fix this, no one will. This is the moment a child becomes the parent, quietly, brutally, before breakfast. No one announces the role reversal. You just wake up holding the grocery list, the phone bill, the lie that everything's fine. You cook spaghetti with shaking hands. You hush your brother's nightmares while yours stay loud. You learn to smile when the lights flicker because panic is contagious. Teachers call you mature. Relatives brag. She's raising her brothers better than her mother. But no one notices you flinch when the phone rings after 9 p.m. No one hears the silent scream. When do I get to be the kid? Psychologists have a name for it. Parentification. You become the adult before your brain even knows what a mortgage is. Your spine becomes a coat rack for everyone else's coats. You manage moods, budgets, bedtimes, anything to keep the house from collapsing. And the world praises the wreckage. So responsible, so strong. But strength built on unpaid labor is a house on sand inside. Your body learns to live at a low boil. Heart half racing, ears tuned to footsteps, eyes scanning for the next explosion. Rest feels like leaving the stove on. Play feels like betrayal. Because if you drop the ball, love disappears. So you swallow your own hunger and serve seconds to giants who should be feeding you. This is the child who raised their parents. They trade their childhood for one more night of not being left alone. That's not choice, that's instinct. Why does a child accept the crown too heavy for their head? Because attachment is oxygen. Abandon yourself, or risk abandonment. You become the thermostat, the therapist, the human shield, hoping your competence finally makes them stay, makes them see, makes them love. But the skills that save you then become the bars you live behind. In adulthood, the mask calcifies. You overgive until you hate them. You say, I'm fine, while mapping escape routes. You apologize for needing a glass of water. You attract partners who need fixing because rescue is the only love language you speak. You hoard tasks at work because delegation still tastes like danger. Boundaries feel like betrayal on your tongue. And joy? Joy feels fraudulent, like stealing time from the endless to-do list of survival. This is the child who raised their parents, hyper-independent armor, exhausted caretaker. The one who parents everyone but secretly prays someone asks, "Are you okay?" The fantasy that you'll finally get to fall apart and be held. That is the unmet need, not of your adult self, but of the 8-year-old counting change on the counter. Healing isn't fixing, it's witnessing. Stop gaslighting yourself with, "It built character." Others had it worse. Fine is a mask too, and deep down, you know it. Ask the child, what did I need back then that I never got? You may hear, tell me it wasn't my fault. Ask how I was doing. Let me play without fear. Now, as the adult, you become the parent you never had. You whisper to the 8-year-old with the grocery list, "Put the quarters down. Dinner is on me tonight. Forever." Shadow work means grieving the milestones you skipped, the bedtime stories you read to others but never heard, the tantrums you swallowed because big kids don't cry, the carefree laughter silenced by, "Be the adult. Feel the rage, weep for the exhaustion. Let the grief thaw, because what was frozen is finally falling." In relationships, practice reciprocity. Let others hold space. It's terrifying, like handing over the reins mid-crisis, but it's where trust rebuilds. At work, Delegate not as weakness, but wisdom. The world won't collapse if you step back. In fact, it breathes. Cultivate play. Silly, pointless, loud. Dance alone. Color outside lines. Laugh at bad jokes. Because the child who parented needs proof that joy isn't earned, it's oxygen. Carl Jung said, "There is no coming to consciousness without pain. Face the shadow that whispers, only useful people are lovable. Thank it for saving you, then release it." This is the child who raised their parents, now learning to raise themselves. You never got to be the child, but you still get to be the parent, the one who finally tucks you in, turns off the light, and says, "Sleep, little one. The bills are paid, the monsters are gone, and tomorrow we play." You had to grow up too soon, but you don't have to stay the martyr. The child is waiting. Go home to them. Hold their hand. Whisper the truth. It wasn't your job. You're safe now. And this time, I've got us. That's not weakness. That's the ultimate act of love. The one you finally give yourself